What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian.
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis
BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is your show that is by a fan, for a fan, and you got to know absolutely all about you, the fans. It is here. 1,251 games ago, we would have never thought that this would have been a momentous game. All we did is look at it and say it's against the Rangers. Did we know? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But tonight, Vladimir Tarasen-Show and Nico Mikkola make their returns to St. Louis for the first time, not wearing the Blue Note. That's right. They are no longer in the Blue Note. We know that, and they are here tonight. And a former Blues goalie is going to face off against us tonight. Smart move, I think so. Jaro Halak. We have not, since we let him go, he hasn't had a great career, but he's still around, and you got to give him credit for that. Brian Green says, I guess that means we are watching the game tonight. You got to believe it. Absolutely. Packed house, I bet. Going to be. It's going to be huge, right? It's going to be huge. I wish I could be there. Cheer for him. I'd be standing right next to him. One man, congratulations, bud. If you're not being a jackass, if you're being serious, congratulations. I know how hard it is. I absolutely know how hard it is. Gloria. Hello, Gloria. Welcome to the show. You know, it's going to be really funny to see 91 in a Rangers jersey. Going to be really hard. Alexander, I'm rooting for Tarasen-Show tonight. I absolutely am, man. I get it. I know you're I think you're a Devils fan. Got it, my friend. But you know what? I think Tarasen-Show should tear the Blues up tonight. I really do. I think Tarasen-Show needs to show Doug Armstrong and Craig Berube what they lost. Right? Now, and I'm sorry. I think that this was they made a huge mistake. They made a huge mistake. And yes, okay, if you want to sit there and go, but we got Blaze, and look what Blaze has done. He's outscoring Tarasen-Show. He has 2 more points. He has a goal and an assist more. Okay, that's I get it. You want to say that's a lot? Great, and I'm okay there. I know you don't, Alexander. I know what you meant. I know what you meant, bud. Man, Chris, I'm trying to come home this summer. If I do, man, you got to take me out on the boat, bud. Got to take me fishing, please. Oh God. Hey, I hope somebody shows up. I sent Shaggy a link. I know Lance has a link. I know Ashley has the link. Maybe one of them will be here. I don't know. I'm just going to do the best I can. And I want you guys to know, and I'm going to put it out there, and don't take it the wrong way. You know, I'm struggling. I really am. I am going through a pretty deep depression right now. I'm telling you, I haven't wanted to get out of bed. I haven't worked. We're going. I don't want to go there. I want to go out real fishing, man. Go to a nice lake, man. Go back to where I was. You know, I'm struggling. All kinds of signs by the visitors bench tonight. Most welcoming back 91. Of course, I expected that, right? The media tried to drive a stake between Blues fans and Tarasen-Show, and it didn't work. I mean, it did in some ways. There are some people that went there and jumped all over that bandwagon, but for the most part, most of them said, "Nah, I don't get it. Nah, I don't think so." They called it. They called it for what it was, right? They took an event and sensationalized it. And it reminds me of something. I can't remember the exact what was said, but it was, how many of you, and I'm going to ask this out there, have seen the movie / musical called Newsboys? Right? Oh, wow. That's cool. Walker center in the fourth. I think he did that in the last game. I think he did that in the last game, Kevin. Hey, Lance, how you doing, bud?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I am good, man. I'm excited for tonight's game.
I think it's going to be a good game, even though I think the Rangers have a better team overall. I think the Blues have been playing much better lately. I'm hoping and I'm looking for a close game. I don't see either team blowing the other team out. I know there's a big storyline behind it with Blay and with Tarasen-Show. I'd like to see both of them do well. I know a lot of people have been hard on Tarasen-Show, saying he's not as good as Blay because Blay's been better since he's been with the Blues. Come on, guys. Tarasen-Show was our leading scorer for years and years and years. If you guys want to boo him, that's fine, but I really hope you don't, because he gave this team everything he had.
Oh, you know what? And so I was trying to get at this. I was talking about, the majority, Tim Thomas tweeted out that the majority of the signs around the visitors bench are in support of Tarasen-Show or thanking Tarasen-Show. And I knew that.
Yeah.
And I was bringing up the musical, The Newsies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I love
in that musical, it's about the newspaper wars.
Yep.
During the
1920s and
war
30s.
With Spain, right?
Yeah, 1920s and 30s.
Yeah, so actually a little earlier than that. I think it was late 1890s.
Oh, I thought it was like 1921.
I think this is late 1890s, right?
I'll check on that. Let me look.
Yeah, there was with the war with Spain and all of that, between Pulitzer and that, and they started raising, jacking up the price on the news. But in that musical, one of the newsboys goes, hear all about it, about this thing. And the other kid that he's teaching goes, what are you talking about? And he goes and he says, it's on page so-and-so.
Spot on, guy.
Page, and it's just completely sensationalized of what it was, right?
Yep, spot on, guy.
Like
1899. You're spot on.
Damn, see, don't mess with me with naval history, buddy. Don't mess with me with naval history. Where are we at here?
Why is that, Ryan? Why would you say that?
Ryan's just being. You know what, Ryan? Okay. You say the last few seasons. So an 82-point season when he played 78 games pissed you off.
We love you, Ryan.
That's what he had last season.
We love you, Ryan.
I mean, that's what he had last season. And you know what, Ryan? You're the epitome of what's going on right now with Kyrou. Kyrou sucked. Kyrou's playing horrible. He's had his best season ever.
I want to explain this, and I'm going to talk more on a podcast I got coming up. Everybody says, well, look at McDavid. McDavid's a plus 32. And I'm like, okay, let's give McDavid Kyrou's points and see what his plus minus would be. It would be about a minus 70 or 80. is what it would be if McDavid had the amount of points Kyrou had. So saying McDavid is good defensively, it's skewed, guys. He's got 143 points and he's a plus. Last time I checked, plus 30 something. So if you take him down to 100,
I don't think he's that high.
Yeah, he's plus 30. He was plus 32 last time I checked.
I know I was looking. He is not that high because it was brought up in the last show. And I brought it up. I looked at it. Hold on. I'm going to look at this. I don't think it's that high.
All right, let me look here.
He's plus 18.
Okay, plus 18. So in other words, guys, what's he got? 150 points, 148?
Right. Of the guys that are 100 points and over, Pasternak's a plus 32.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Next would be, or actually, Robertson from Dallas is plus 33 at 101 point. Right. Then you have Pasternak at 32. Matt Tkachuk at 27.
Wait.
McKinnon
Wait.
at 26. Hold on. McKinnon at 26. McDavid at 18. Draisaitl, who's second. Or no. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at 8. Draisaitl, who's second in overall points at plus 6. And Kucherov from Tampa Bay at plus 3. You go now at 10th overall, 96 points, is Erik Karlsson from San Jose, and he's a minus 15.
And that's because
plus minus shows you more what the team does than what the player does.
Yeah, plus it's like I said, if you score 148 points and you're a plus 30 something or plus 18 something, that you know what that means? Okay, let's say it's 138. That means if you only had 120 points, which is a buttload of points, he would be even. So if he only scored 90 points, he would be a minus 30. So guys, McDavid is not a good defensive player. The more points you score, the more it's going to make you look better defensively. Kyrou, with where he's at, doesn't mean he's terrible defensively. You guys have to look at this in relative numbers.
Well, let's go back and let's figure this out. Kyrou's got what, 70? Where's Kyrou at? Kyrou's got 70-something points, right?
I thought so, yeah.
I'm looking for him. Kyrou. Okay, Jordan Kyrou. Okay, well, I will say this. I'm looking at the guys around him. Kyrou has 72 points. So you look at the guys around him. Gaudreau would be the next one. Gaudreau's at 71 and he's a minus 32. Right? Everyone else, and then you go to Ovechkin with 73 points is a minus 12.
But they're still
the rest of them are plus players. You have Pawlowski at the guys that have scored 72 points. Okay, Alex Touche plus 11, Toffoli plus 15, Pavelski plus 38, Fiala plus 2, Barkov plus 9. Now, you notice the guys that have the plus for the most place they're on they're on playoff teams.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want you to understand something. Let's go to this. Let's say that McDavid only had 70 points. Let's say that. He wouldn't be a plus player. He would be a minus 60 to 70 player. So guys, I want you to
be that. Nah.
Guy. At 120, he's even. If you give him 70 points, you take away 20, 30, he's a minus 50.
Well, okay, Lance, that's you can't make that math doesn't work, okay?
Yes, it does.
No, hold on. I could go back and figure out when he had 70 points what he was at.
Well,
right?
it's comparable is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it doesn't compare because of the way plus minus is done. Plus minus is more a telling of what team's defense than it is a player's defense, right? And to sit there and say that I'm not exactly on board with you there, bud. I'm not going to say I disagree with you because I think it's more because I really do think that if you look at McDavid and you go through his career, he's always been a plus player, and it does have a lot to do with getting more points. But also, it has a lot to do with his style of play, and I know he plays on the penalty kill. Those goals on the penalty kill don't count against. Who was it? Chris Shockey brought up a point. In 84-85, I think it was 84-85, Wayne Gretzky had 210 points. He was or 208 points. He was a plus 100. Right? Figured out that while he was on the ice, he possibly allowed 60 goals against him. Right? Now, you can't sit there. Originally, Shock had said, whoa, well, see, 108 goals were scored while he was on the ice. And that's, you got to be careful there, because plus minus only count. Here's the way plus minus works. Right? You get a plus for every goal scored while you were on the ice, 5-on-5 for your team, and a -1 for every goal scored while you're on the ice, 5-on-5 against you, right? If you are on the power play and a shorthanded goal is scored, you receive a minus. If you are on the penalty kill and score a shorthanded goal, you receive a plus. Unfortunately, those don't wipe themselves out, right? Because you're not going to, a lot of teams, you know, what they get, they don't always wipe themselves out.
Yeah, but here's my whole point is this. If you watch McDavid, he's not a good defensive player. He's average at best. And if you would, Guy, you want to handle this Craig Mott?
I haven't seen it yet.
For you when we get to it. I think I know what you're going to say, but I wanted you to respond to it.
You know what? That's absolutely about defense.
Yep.
That's absolutely about defense. What you're talking about, Craig, is defense. But let's go back to the play that everybody brought up. And that was a shorthanded goal that was scored, and everybody put that goal on Kyrou.
Yep, I remember it.
That goal was not on Kyrou.
Because they didn't watch the whole play.
The goal was on, and I want to say it was Varna, who gave a weak-ass pass to Kyrou that he couldn't have gotten.
Nope.
Right?
He left it right there to be intercepted.
Gotten.
Yeah.
And he did. He tried everything he could to lift the stick. I forget who the player was, but that player, great play. He kept his stick to the outside. He made sure that there was no way that Kyrou could lift his stick. He played it perfectly. It's about he gives the puck away too many times. Craig, a lot of times, to me, those puck giveaways are because there's nobody else for him to get the puck to. There's no support. Right? Stephen Glass says McDavid is an offensive player. He plays way more in the offensive end than he does in the defensive end. His job is not to play defense. He provides the offense. He does in a little bit. Counterpart regarding Kyrou, McDavid does play a much better job protecting the puck than Kyrou. Okay, I'm there.
He's also a veteran.
Off that.
He's a veteran.
Morton says his math doesn't work for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
Plus minus more meaningful for defensemen, but it's only if you put that in the context of minutes played. I'll agree with that.
I'll agree with that one, but Guy's got it right on. Plus minus has a lot to do with the people on the ice with you.
Yeah.
A lot
more to do with team defense than anything else. Right? Teams that have good defense, their players have a higher plus minus. Teams that have bad defense, their players have a lower plus minus. Do you think we'll be changing up the defense this offseason? Will Craig still be there, be the bench coach next year? Two-part question. I'll let you take this one first, Lance.
If I'm the Blues and this, it's going to, and I'm not spreading any hate towards these guys, something needs to change because everybody on that bench is supposedly a defensive guru. And then you've got a guy that scored some goals early in his career who's writing up the plays on offense. And that's Ott. I love Steve Ott. I think his work ethic and his attitude towards the game and his knowledge is great. But like Guy said, and I've said, it's great to have good defensive coaches, but that's not working apparently, number one. Number two, they need somebody offensively like Montgomery. I told guys, you're going to miss Montgomery more than you think you're going to.
You did.
Look at Boston. Look at Dallas when he was with Dallas. They had a pretty damn good offense.
You want to know what I look at? We went from a 109-point team to a 90-point team, and I don't think we'll get 90.
Oh, it's like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, they'll be between 75 and 86 points, and that's where they're going to end up.
And yes, they did better than the 5 wins. I mean, that was hyperbole. I think you guys know that. But, you know, I just, for me,
I want to answer some of these.
okay, I'm like behind in the comments, right?
All right.
So let me see. We talked about that. Lance, we are irrational Blues fans. That's why we put it on Kyrou. Okay.
I can understand it. I mean,
giveaways and takeaways are confusing as far as what they're considered. To make it a stat, I agree with that. Marilyn saying hi to both of us. It also has to do with playing. I think that's there. Part of the reason Kyrou has no one to pass the puck to is he makes a lot without the rest of the team. He doesn't play it ahead or uses speed to get to it. Well, here's the thing, and this is not just on Kyrou. No. I want to bring this up.
I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Right? I want to bring this up because this is not just Kyrou. This is what I'm about to bring up is a team mindset. They get to the top of the circle and they stop. And that stop is what's happening a lot. And a lot of times they're taking this puck into the zone and everybody else is peeling back. Nobody's forcing the zone. Nobody's giving an opening, and other teams know that, and they're stacking the circle. Well, you're blaming Kyrou for that, and it's a defensive issue. It's an offensive issue that I think is causing that. That's where I'm at.
Yep. It's definitely it's a puck movement issue. You've got a speedy guy who's being told, use your speed, take it into the zone, get some opportunities, but nobody's there with him for him to pass it to, number one. Number two, you're telling him at the same time, push that puck forward, but stay back in case somebody gets the puck from you. To a young guy, I know how confusing that can be.
Well, I get it. But here, you know, when you can really see a guy giving like 75% effort, which has been Kyrou a lot this year, I can see why people get frustrated with the kid. You know what? I disagree with that. I know you say it's 75% effort. You know what?
He's confused.
Hull did the exact same thing, and Hull's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Well, you know, look at Pierre Turgeon as a center. Was he great defensively? No. Adam Oates was terrible defensively. Adam Oates was paid to assist people and score goals, just like Brett Hull. And you have people on your team with skill sets that do this and others do that. Not everybody's going to be Ryan O'Reilly and be a two-way player.
Hi, Ryan Green's 2-year-old.
Hello, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan Green's 2-year-old. Thank you for watching the show.
Hello.
Craig says, and look, guys, I know I'm not trying to put words in any of your mouth. I'm trying to read your comments and figure out. This is the hardest thing to do, and I hope you guys understand this. And I don't think a lot of you do. When I see your comments, I have to figure out in a moment what tone you're putting them in, whether it's hyperbole, whether it's sarcasm. I have to figure that out, and that's not easy to do. So I'm going to get it wrong more likely than not. I'm not necessarily hating on Kyrou, just needs a lot more maturity, and he should go farther along to get the paycheck he will get. That's my only point. I like Kyrou, and I want him to be a great Blue. Okay, I agree with some of that. Absolutely. We went from being one of the best cycling teams to one of the worst. They took the cycle away, and they took the cycle away because of that circle move. Right? Hey, Darkness, how you doing, bud? Didn't mean to miss you. Trying to see, I guess Shocky's kind of with us there. Yeah, he's on a pace for 40 goals. Last one to score 40 goals was Tarasen-Show. Not arguing with you guys. It's my birthday. Oh! Happy birthday, Matt Lowe. We'll sing happy birthday to you later, bud. Well, and the thing is, if he didn't stop at the circle, if he tried to push it, and he's tried, but what the other team knows is no one's in there with him. So they put 3 guys. You ever watch? There's 3 guys around the guy coming to and they're standing right there. They're not going back. There's nobody going in the back of the net. Why? Because they know no one's coming around. They know there's no pass around there. They've taken all the passing lanes away because they know there's nobody there to support.
Yeah.
Right? I'll tell you what I'd love to see happen. I'll tell you this. A guy come over the line and just leave the puck and just keep going. Do a drop, because you know what? Everyone else thinks they got the puck. No one will think he dropped the puck and it'll be wide open. Right? I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but that's a lot of what's going on. right? Kyrie was on pace for 40 goals. Gary never played defense. I think if you're talking about Unger, yeah. Darkness going good. Last Blues to score over 40 goals was Tarasen-Show. I know that for a fact.
I love your comment, Matt.
Absolute fact.
I love Matt's comment when you get to it.
AC Generator. Bingo on him stopping at the circle guy. Kyrie was ahead. Yeah, okay. I think
yeah, we took that.
Need to enter the team. No, he added a little more to it.
Okay.
And at least we need to enter as a team like we did in 2019.
Pressure.
Most of my comments are with an aggressive attitude to kill. My tone is that similar to Richard Simmons. Got me a Richard Simmons chip.
That's what I love. That's great.
Oh,
you know, I want hey Matt, I want a Bob Ross chia pet.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, with the beard. Just being busy recently with school. That's good. Their darkness. I know it's going to happen, so the other team they know it's going to happen, so the other team can sit on it. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about.
Mm-hmm. The Blues are a predictable team.
I remember when everyone defended Tarasen-Show for not playing Absolutely.
Yeah, years ago they did.
I think that Kyrie is getting bad press.
I do too.
And I'll tell you what. I'll fuck it. Fuck it. Lou Kordick, if you watch his stuff, is the most negative guy. What if he didn't work for NHL.com? The Blues would not allow him to be there.
People would say I'm negative.
Freaking tee it.
He's more negative than I am about the Blues.
Oh, I know. Chris, you asked a question earlier and I couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
Can you ask that question again, bud?
Yeah, and you know, one thing I want to ask everybody and get your opinions on this. I watch games every night because I got the NHL thing. And I'm going to tell you what, 31 other teams would love to have Jordan Kyrou, number one. Number two, I have never heard an announcer or a fan from Columbus about Johnny Gaudreau not playing defense. They're happy to have his offense. I don't hear that about other guys or, younger guys.
That's because everyone looks at 2019.
I know.
And thinks that we
got to play heavy.
This with defense.
We got to have heavy.
And here's the thing. How many times did we get blown out in the playoffs?
That's right. And I told somebody the other day, the Blues allowed over 3 goals a game in the finals. That's not a good defense. No. If you're allowing over 3 goals a game.
I'm with you. Yes, Bennington's in. Bennington and Hollick. The current Blues goalie and a former Blues goalie. Most of the team circles back at the circles instead of skating in deep in the zone. I've been talking about that all freaking season. I called that by game three, that I said that I was going to start biting us, and we ended up losing game 4 and going to 8-game losing streak. Right, Lance? I know you remember that.
I remember it, yeah.
Right?
Robert.
Very low bar in Columbus. Maybe that, and that's partially right. I will give you that, Bob. First of all, guys, I got to say thank you. All right, I told you I'm suffering a very dark depression right now, and a lot of you guys have come on in the last couple of shows and you've tried to rile me up and do other things. I appreciate you not doing it tonight. I appreciate your tones. I appreciate your good, solid comments tonight, and I really do hope that the majority of you. I'm going to stay on for the first period. I would like to see the majority of the 17 stay on. If you can stay on with me, please stay on with me. I would appreciate that tonight. Right? And I would also appreciate you guys making phone calls, getting friends, and sharing the show on your pages and letting people know to watch it. And let's see if we can get some more people. I'm waiting for that comment. I think he takes it very well. I think he takes it emotionally. Hey, Wendy. I think he takes it well. I think he takes it emotionally. I know, Ryan. I can take your stuff with a grain of salt. And the reason that I can take your stuff with a grain of salt more than anybody else is because you message me almost daily and talk to me about stuff. So I know where you're at. That's why I can take you with a grain of salt. Where others, the only time that they correspond with me is on the show, I don't know where they're at. So I can't take it with that grain of salt. Mike Brown. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. So we didn't make the playoffs. There's been some really great games. I obviously prefer them to make the playoffs, but I don't look at it as misery. Well, you know what? The fact that you have a 109-point team that's only going to get 80-something points, that's a little bit of misery to me. And then the way this season went down, right, with the loss of a lot of players, that's why I put that comment out there. I appreciate it if you didn't like it, but and that's fine. I got to come up with those on a spot. I do the best I can. Got to have rainy days. It's only Sunday. Sunny, you get desert, my friend. I get you, bud. Thank you.
I think what frustrates me, Guy, and a lot of fans, you and I and a lot of fans know, even with injuries, this team has a lot of talent, and that's what's frustrating. I think people would understand it better if we just weren't a good team. But we actually have a lot of talent. I think out of all the teams that are missing the playoffs, I think we have the most talent. And I'm not trying to be biased.
I absolutely do. Oh, I can't wait to see the Vladdy tribute. I can't wait to see it. All right. The guy spent 10 years here. It was his first team. I tell you what, he said it himself. He didn't want to leave. Okay. I know everyone thinks that he wanted to leave, but you got to listen. You missed his comments when he said, and he straight up said, I don't like change. I didn't want to change. That meant I would have stayed in St. Louis. But for whatever reason, Doug Armstrong decided not to offer him a contract, right? I have no issue with either the Thomas or the Kyrou contracts.
Mm-mm.
I don't at all. My issue is if you're signing those contracts, why did you sign a coach that's not the right coach for those contracts?
And why are you getting players and bring Snuggerud, Bolduc? Those guys are more offensive than all these guys you got coming up. They're offensive players.
Right? You got Zach Bolduc, Jimmy Sugard, and there's another Zach. I forget his name. He's in the juniors playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Jim Thomas is,
Peterson?
Maybe Peterson.
Let me check.
Yeah. Jim Thomas has been given Zach updates.
It's Dylan Peterson.
Huh?
Dylan Peterson?
No, it's another Zach. There's two Zachs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but the Snuggerud and Peterson are going against each other tonight.
Yeah, no. But no, I'm talking about that's in the NCAAs. I'm talking about juniors.
Yeah.
Up north.
Yeah, I'm talking about NCAAs.
Okay, yeah, no. So it's not. It's the two Zachs, Bolduc, and then we got another Zach. I can't think of his name. You should show the last thing I sent you about stats of the last compared to the rest of the league. I don't remember what you're talking about, Ryan. You need to resend that to me. Oh, yeah, I do know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I will show that at a thing. See, now they're doing the trade tracker, and they're showing that Blaze has 2 more points than Tarasen-Show, 1 goal and 1 assist more. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Doesn't mean crap.
Right? And to be honest, I'd rather have Tarasen-Show than I'd rather not have those 2 points. I'd rather have a player like Tarasen-Show that I know is the type of guy that's going to help these young guys along. That's what I want.
Oh, great points coming in, guys.
I'm trying, man. Where are we at?
We need to go back up to Robert and to the one above Robert's comment.
Which one?
The one that's Lance. You got Robert's comment about LOL.
I'm like not even near there yet.
Right.
Ryan Green said we've been very consistent. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lance. That's a good chunk of my disappointment. Good chunk of is that we are having a 500 season and their talent is better. I got it. Berube can't coach these guys. I agree. Lance, if next year, if the league doesn't improve, do you think the owners will get rid of Gary? No, the owners love Gary.
No, because here's the main thing to the owners. They were so ecstatic with that 600 plus million or however much it was that he got for that franchise fee for Vegas. Yep. As long as he's bringing them money in. Now, if the TV ratings continue to go down and they're losing money on a TV contract, they might think about it, but all they're concerned about is money. And I hate to say it, that's the way it is.
Here we go. Here's a good one. Robert Morton says, anyone notice the difference in the way the media reacted to Marmol calling O'Neill out? And when Berube, you know what? You know what the difference is? You know what the difference is? Right there.
Yep, right there.
I think that's the right finger. Right there.
Yep.
That's the difference. Berube's got a ring, Marmol doesn't. If Marmol had a ring, no one would have said a word.
Nope.
Right? I hate hearing people say it's a lack of good defensemen that kills the Blues. But I believe it's a lack of puck possession that makes our defense and goalies look bad. That's a good point. That's a good point. Right? Everyone chucked their pearls at Robert. Not sure what that. It's in mesh. I think I know what you're talking about now, Ryan.
Yeah,
I did, Bob. Cam Jansen had the best take on it. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Oh, okay. That's Bob's comment. There we go. Apparently an NHL sucks because the ratings for one woman basketball game. Yeah, I'm not getting in there.
No.
Cardinal fans have red colored glasses. Yeah, and Blues fans don't. Blues fans don't. You know, one champion. Well,
some do. Some do.
New Blues fans do.
Yeah.
Right? New Blues fans have 2019 colored glasses.
Yep.
Right? Yep. I don't. Look, I want this team to win every single year. I know it's not going to happen. Right? I honestly want this team to go 82-0-0 and their goalie to have a 0.0 GAA and a 1,000 save percentage. I absolutely want that. Do I know it's not going to happen? Absolutely.
Hey, guys, I want to say one thing. Look how great Boston's played. You're not going to see that in a long time if you ever see it again. I mean, that's rare the way Boston's playing this year. So, for people to expect the Blues to always be that way. And one thing I tell people when they say, oh, but we won this way back in 2019. Well, Scotty Bowman won a certain way back in his time too. But that doesn't mean he would coach the same way today. He changed over the years, and good coaches do that.
How blind are Blues fans compared to Leaf fans?
It depends.
I'd say almost dead on, neck and neck.
Yeah.
Neck and neck, to be honest with you. I want to see a Varna hat trick. New York was playing WWE hockey last night. I didn't watch the game last night. I'm having trouble just getting out of bed, to be honest with you. It's not that our defense aren't good. It's that they don't play defense as a team pair. I don't think it's that. I know this doesn't sound right. I think our defense has a hell of a lot to do with our offense. I think it has a hell of a lot to do with our offense. You go back and look at last year, how many goals we scored. Vice, how many goals we allowed. And I think the goals allowed is actually pretty close. I may have to look that up during the period. I'm going to look that up. Because I think that our goals allowed this season is really pretty close to what it was last season. Maybe not. I think where we are, I think we were at 2.9 in goals allowed last season.
I think they're at 3.28 or 3.18 goals against.
Yeah, so it's actually still pretty close.
It's close.
Right? But we scored like 3.4, right? Our 3 point, we were in the 3.4 last season. Hold on. I got to pull it up now.
And now, yeah, because here's the thing. If you allow 3.24 goals a game, in most games, you got to score 4 goals to win. If you allow 2.89 goals a game, in most games, you got to score 3 goals to win. And this team just, and here's the thing. The defensive system, based on our defensive players we have, which are very good players in my mind, some offensive, some defensive, some can do a little bit of both, but I think it's a wrong system for the players that we have.
Okay, the Blues are scoring. 3.23 goals per game. And they're allowing 3.65. So it's a lot higher than,
it's went up in the last couple of weeks, yeah.
Right? That's this season. So the game is about to come on. So I'm going to last season now. You remember those numbers? Because I don't.
Yeah, it was their defense was like 2.8 something, 2.7 something. Their offense was 3.2 or 3.3.
Okay, the Blues last season scored 3.71.
3.7, almost 4. That's right.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, Lance, I am fucking. You want to guess what the goals against per game is?
2.7 something.
Oh, what did I say it was?
I don't remember.
2.91.
2.91.
And that's exactly what it is. I knew I remembered that number. Right? Our offense has slipped.
Right? It has.
Our offense has slipped. And that slipping of the offense has it's got some issues to deal with. Right? And I can do this real quick. This way. Now I can compare the two seasons. No, I can't. Oops. That off. Try it this way. Here we go. So in 2021, the game's on, by the way.
Yep.
The Blues had 3.71 goals per game. This season, 3.23. That's almost that's more than half a goal per game down. And they're allowing more than half a goal per game.
Mm-hmm.
If they were scoring 3.77 goals per game, we wouldn't be a 500 team. We'd be in the playoffs.
That's right.
Giving away the same 3.65.
Mm-hmm.
Because giving away the 3.65 and scoring 3.32, we're a 500 team. So I think our issues have a lot more to do with offense than defense.
Well, when your defense can't bring it up out of your zone when they're playing defense against the other team's offense, you've got to be able to get it out of the zone, and it's not always the forwards that's going to do that. Your defense has to be able to move that puck, cycle that puck around, find a guy that's open, and let him get it out of the zone. Yeah, the defense brings it out sometimes, but you want your offense bringing the puck out of your zone. You really do, and the defense should set those guys up, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, Bob Morton says, Guy, when you come back to St. Louis, you should come to work for me, but I make all people who work for me call me Chief. I'll call you Dickhead. Hey, Dickhead, what do you want me to do next? How's that sound, Bob?
That's gonna get you a big raise.
Get me fired in 30 seconds. Sod is disappointing me out there. Yeah, Sod.
Yeah.
Sod.
Yep.
Windy had Sod nailed. I will
Yep.
give him that. Windy had Sod nailed.
Mm-hmm.
And the neutral zone's been an issue, Jason, all season long.
You're exactly right.
I've been bitching about the neutral zone.
And Jason, do you know why they're standing there? Because Berube says defense. Make sure you're backing up. You've got to be in a position to track back and play defense. And when you say that to every player, he's going to get confused, and they're going to go, okay, we got two guys bringing the puck out. Do I sneak up into that play or do I stay back? And he just got these guys confused.
Yeah. Hold up, Craig. I don't think this is his first game with the Blues. I think he's played with when he was with Edmonton, that he's played in the NHL. I don't think
he did.
It is.
Yes, he did. He played in the NHL.
Yeah, I said it, Wendy. I said you were apt. You called that one dead on.
And he's not good. I will put it that way, because Edmonton's dying for another good defenseman all year long, and they let him go pretty easily. I hope he does well, but
you know what? I like Kessel. I've been talking about Kessel since they drafted him. Going back to his college days, I told you I thought Kessel could be something special. Blues on the power play. Oh, nice hit by Blaze there. Oh, he's going after his old team. He tried to put the guy in with Panger there for a second. Nice little move by Blaze. Oh, Blaze playing with some energy tonight. Blaze playing with some energy tonight. Are you going to be back?
I'll be back towards the end of the third period, or right when it ends. I mean, the first period. The first period.
Okay, see ya.
All right, bye.
Well, I think one of them's going to win a cup this year, I think, be honest with you. I want to see some puck movement on this power play. Oh! Oh, man, Craig Moss. Alex, Craig, this is the first time you've ever done this, so I'm going to say this. Thank you so much for being the first one to put a thumb in the air. Alexander Montrone, Gloria Seeper, Jason Nichols, Jose Figueres, Chris Angle. Oh, the wrestler Angle. Hey, Chris Birkenman. Thank you from up in Canada. I appreciate you, Chris. Pat Dieterman, Chris Shockey, Jason McMillan. Y'all put it up there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got 11 out of the 14 to the 15 that were watching me. I think the number got up to 18. I appreciate it. And now we look crappy on the power play. One good rush, and that's it, and then we can't figure it out. Half a minute to go in the minor, and Varna brings it in, goes about behind the net. Over to the neighbors, to Varna, back to Falk at the top. Shot wide. Oh, Varna, nice little one-timer there. Little telegraph, but nice little one-timer there. 0 for 1 on the power play. And offsides. Don't forget, if you're watching, to say hi. Let me know in the comments. You know, the show is about you. You're the one that makes it. You're the one that makes this show. It's not me. I know I call it my show, but it's really your show. And yes, I disagree with you. That's part of it. Well, I appreciate that, Bob. So, of the 9 people watching, 4 of them are you. Yes, that is absolutely not just power play, the special teams have killed the Blues. We went from the best special teams team in the league to one of the worst. I won't go there. I think Halleck is what he is. I don't think he's underrated. That sounds so weird. You know, Tarasen-Show in the area. No Patrick Kane tonight. Nice try, Ryan. Yeah, I agree there. Halleck makes a great save there on Saad, but Saad waited way too long to take that shot. The Russian defenseman Samorukov makes a good shot there. Yeah, I know, man. It does. Tucker and Kessel could mean one of our defensemen gets traded. I just don't know who or how, to be honest with you. Oh, that was offsides. That was way offsides. That was so off. If they score a goal, it's absolutely offsides. I mean, way offsides. I don't know how that got let go. That was way offsides. Yeah, see, ha! Hopefully they do. There hasn't been a break in the action yet, has there? Yeah, I don't think Prunovich is ever going to make this team. He's too injury prone. See, there's another bad pass. That's been the biggest thing. Yeah, but that wasn't a commercial break. They didn't go to a commercial break for that because it was so early in the game. Now it's coming. Well, it'll come now. So expect to see it. Oh, wow. That was the Rangers' first shot on goal. Oh, wow. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have gone to commercial here. You know, sometimes you gotta. I get you gotta pay the bills, but sometimes you gotta find other ways to do it. Blues are actually out shooting them 3-1. Their attempts are 8-5. Yeah, I bet. Thanks for sticking around today, guys. I really appreciate it. I got 11, 12 watching. Thank you. Means a lot to me tonight. Well, you could have said because the Rangers are in the kitchen. Here it is. Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, no, they're going to wait to the next one. So Vladdy will get the next one. Nope, nothing with the hair. Just natural grease. Oh, nice shot by Tarasen-Show. Right off the face-off. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, he just released that one. Next TV timeout. This place is going to explode. I hope Bally stays with it. Don't go away from it. I actually want to go grab a Bud Light right now. I absolutely do. I have never heard something so stupid as what's going on with that right now. I didn't even understand it at first until I finally figured out what was going on. I'm not getting political, but I should go grab a Bud Light. I might have one in the refrigerator. Oh, they're getting some good puck movement around deep in the boards. Happened to try to throw one towards the net. A lot of fights for the puck down there. Offsides. Uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Stand by to stand by to stand by to stand by. Never. Not even sure if I will be, Chris, to be honest with you. Go. Look at all the Rangers jerseys. I didn't get to see the video of tribute. Hopefully someone will post it on Twitter. They didn't show it. All they did was his announcement, but they didn't show it. Hopefully someone will play it. I'm sure one of the, either the Blues play it or one of the media guys will. I wish it'll happen. I don't think it will. Hey, Magungo!
Louis Blues select from Novosibirsk, Russia, Vladimir Tarasen-Show.
Here's a great pass. Tarasen-Show in the clear. Shot. He scores! First NHL goal! Welcome to the National Hockey League, Vladimir Tarasen-Show. Vladimir Tarasen-Show! His first career goal of the playoffs. Tarasenko shoots. He scores! Petrangelo save rebound. Scores! Tarasenko! And now Tarasenko with a clear. And a shot. And he scores! A one-handed tuck-in move by Tarasenko. 500 points is the Blues. Vladimir Tarasenko.
Well, there you go. I might get in trouble, but I did it anyways. They did a little bit. I might. Thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, the Rangers only have 2 shots, and both of them are Tarasenko's. Lance will be back at one of the intermissions. I mean, the Blues are playing them tight. It really looks like the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers played last night, and you can kind of tell, and they're playing tight. They're playing tight tonight. I like that. Took me a second to figure it out. Robert Morton's another guy I got to take with a grain of salt. That is Samurakov. That's the guy that we got, that we traded Kostin for. That's the guy we traded Kostin for, Samurakov, Ryan. So they're showing 3 shots on the TV, but they're only showing 2 shots on NHL 1. Let me do a quick refresh, see if I can figure out who else. Oh, Panarin got a shot off. Yeah? I didn't even realize that. Well, while we're at this commercial, I watched something the other day, man, and I was interested in it because I knew of it, but when it went down, I was in Japan, so I didn't have a really like a strong feeling of what it all was. But it was there's a series on Netflix called Waco American Apocalypse. Oh my goodness, but I didn't know about that. And to hear different people talk about it, some of the survivors of it, and then some of the feds, the law enforcement that was involved in it. Oh my God, what a good. It's about 3 hours. It's limited edition. It's worth watching. It's really worth watching. Right. The mistakes that were made are incredible. Oh, Steve Ott's little boy. Oh, they're selling Ott to be a coach next year. That's absolutely what that was. I could see that happening. I really could. See, there's another pass. It's like no one knows what anybody else is doing, right? The right hand doesn't know what the left one's doing. Good saves by Bennington tonight. Goudreau just got that shot off. They made so many mistakes in that, it wasn't even funny. Jason, I'll agree with that. I think that's got a lot to do with it. I like at the end of it, this is not an assault, but we're coming in anyways. That's an assault, dumbass. Jason, I will agree with that. That's not bad. That's not bad, Shock. Oh, Bob. Oh, my goodness. That was close. Nice little tip, and it just missed. Oh, they're buzzing. Torpedo trying to get a shot away, can't. Man, it just seems like they're always, the other team knows what they're doing because they're all, I mean, one guy can't, he's got three guys around him and there's nobody open. And that makes no sense to me. You get three guys around you, somebody should be open. Locke makes a great save there. Blues are going to end up, looks like they'll end up out shooting them 7-6. Jockey says it's new math. Yeah. Oh, Brown really had a couple good whacks on it. That's the end of one. It is 0-0, and shots currently show 8-6. Thought they got two in there. Coming up next, the Blue Note Fan Report first intermission show, brought to you by somebody. We'll figure it out sooner or later.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
And welcome to the first intermission. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is the Blue Note Fan Report, coming to you live from the beautiful island of Oahu in the state of Hawaii and the city of Honolulu. We are watching the Blues take on the New York Rangers and Vladimir Tarasen-Show and Niko Mikkola's return. Currently, the score is 0-0, and shots are 8-6 in favor of the Blues. Tarasen-Show got the first two shots on goal for the Rangers, and that's all he's done so far. Bennington has played extremely well. We'll go over the stats here in a second. I like what I've seen in this period. You know the Rangers played yesterday. They played a hard game. I think they won yesterday. I gotta look. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look a little bit. Rangers won 6-3 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Did our boy get a score in that one? Let me take a quick look. No, Tarasen-Show did not score in that game. But is what it is, right? I say our boy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys are bad. You guys are bad. I mean, it's been a good game so far. Let us welcome in my sometime co-host, my friend, my pal, the man, the myth, maybe a legend, Mr. Lance, the drop, the Scott.
Hey, Guy.
Hey, bud, what'd you think of that first period?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought both teams played, decently. The Rangers, you could tell they played a tough game last night. right? They
Yes.
had a 6-3 win over the Lightning.
Yep.
Tampa Bay's a good team, and glad he even said it coming back. I'm glad this is the back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, the guy, what they talk about in the chat room. I don't have an issue with this period. However, let's see what happens in the second. Now the Blues have been better in the second. At one point, they were -22 in the second, and I actually think they're like -1 or 2 now.
Yeah, they've gotten a little bit better. Actually, a lot better.
I'm going to pull it up here in a second. So they are now -4. Considering they were once -22, I will take -4.
I will take
right?
that.
They are minus. Oh wow. They are -12 in the first.
Yeah.
No, -13 in the first. Sorry. -4 in the second.
I think third's worse now.
And in the third, they are -18.
Yeah, the third period's their bad one now.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. The numbers are what they are. The Blues, what really gets me with this team is what happened in the special teams. To go from the best special teams team to fall as far as they've fallen, the 23rd and 28th in the league, 23rd on the power play, 28th on the penalty kill. That is just, it makes no sense.
No, because it's basically the same players. The only difference is Montgomery's gone.
Well, you got Perron on the power play makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Penalty kill to drop as far as it did, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. No.
And you know what? You can say, well, we traded O'Reilly. It was bad when O'Reilly was here, before O'Reilly left. It hasn't gotten any better.
And O'Reilly was not great defensively this year. He just started playing better in the month or two before he got traded.
Even then he didn't, because the injuries,
Yeah. Yeah, he's injured again.
But we said that. You and me talked about that. A guy like O'Reilly, as he ages, he's just going to get injured and injured and injured.
Yep. Look at Steen.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yep. Look at Alex Steen.
I still think that the Tarasen-Show trade is one of the worst trades in Blues history. Because I think you could have. I'm sorry. You could have negotiated. If you'd have offered him, if you'd have gone and negotiated with him, he doesn't go anywhere.
Well, another thing is this. I do put this on Armstrong because I know for a fact the Blues had a better trade option 2 years ago, 18 months ago with the Islanders. They basically had a deal done that was going to get them a good, and I'm not going to say the players were, it was going to get them a good defenseman, probably a nice young player, and a first-round draft pick from the Islanders, and Armstrong wanted more. And he waited too long. I honestly think he waited way too long to trade him.
I don't think he should have traded him. That's the thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if he's going to trade him, he waited too long. I'm not necessarily saying they should have gotten rid of him, because I'm like you. When people gave us the choice, would you rather bring O'Reilly back or Tarasen-Show? I don't even have to think about that one.
Yeah, it's Tarasen-Show instantly. Right? Goal scorers don't stop scoring goals.
Nope. Even when they're 35, they can score 20 goals.
Yep.
25 goals.
Yeah, goal scorers don't stop scoring goals. That's the thing. And I don't know, man. It is how I feel, and we're never gonna. Where's everybody at? I had 11.
I saw
watching
that
during the period. Get the intermission, and everyone goes away. Now I'm down to 6. So that's why I struggle with the show right now. To see all of that happen. Look, I know here and there. And I know I'm never going to get numbers. I know that. I've come to accept that, 20 is the best I'm going to get. Shock, you had to go get his popcorn. Okay, Shock, I get you. I don't know, man. I do the best I can. It is what it is. Right? Nobody watching on Guy Benson. That's really surprising, because it's almost always on. Nobody watches on the BlueNote Fan Report, and they're almost always on Guy Benson.
Yep.
I'm surprised.
Yep.
Really surprised, but hey, take it for what it is.
I think last year, Guy, or the beginning of this year, didn't we at one time? I think Ashley may have been on at the time too. Didn't you have 30 or 40 people on, and you were just amazed? I could have swore there was at one time.
I don't think it ever got that high.
I thought it was 34 people in one show, and you were just shocked because you'd never had that much. I know it was a higher number than what's been on recently.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. It might have been. You know, Matt Lowe, why not offer the guy a contract? That's what I'm trying to get at. Because you offer him a contract, he stays.
Because
That's
in my
what I'm
mind,
trying to get at. Why did you let him be a free agent? You're saying, well, he was a free agent, and then no. Why was he a free agent? Should have offered him the contract.
he wasn't a free agent until July.
Yeah, he's still going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? We got for him? 2 points. That's what we got for him. 2 points. That's what you got for Vladdy. 2 points. I kept talking about that. What you're losing, the production.
Hey,
2 points.
Matt, yeah,
That's
Matt,
the difference. 2 points right now.
Matt and Lowe says that they still got a first round pick, a third round pick, Sammy Blay and Skinner. Hey, Skinner is terrible. There's a reason why they sent him from the AHL down. Who plays a couple games in NHL and you go to the AHL and you're not good enough for the AHL and you get sent down to a lower league, you're not good. He's never going to amount to any.
Skinner. I don't see Skinner.
You will never see him in St. Louis unless everybody gets hurt.
You know what, Darkness? I think he would have. You know what? Not now. You can't. Not now. You can't. You've burned those bridges. You could have kept them solid. You burned them. Hey, Dane. Yeah, he did. He got Bushnavid's got a thank you video. I'm pretty sure he did.
I thought he did too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ryan's saying he didn't. Bushnavid just said that.
Pretty sure he did.
I could have swore they gave him a couple minutes.
Yeah, he went back 2 years ago. So
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Oh, Bush said he didn't.
Yeah, I could have swore
he did.
I could have swore he did, and maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, I was pretty sure he did.
I know Blay didn't get one.
Yeah, Blay's not getting. Well, he hasn't gone back, so.
Yeah. I don't think he'd get one anyway. He didn't play there long enough.
Right. Yeah.
Good one, Craig.
Yeah. He said he didn't. Okay, I thought he did.
Yeah, we believe you. Yeah, but the thing is, you could have got the deal with New York had a second line defenseman, had another player that could have been a second or first line guy, and then had a number 1 draft pick. So I want capital that can play now. Guy and I are in agreement on this. Yeah, it's great to have number 1 picks, but look over the last 10 years and look how many guys in the first round never amounted to anything. The draft is a crapshoot.
How do you know he wasn't going to resign with us? That's the point that I've been trying to make.
Well, guy, you guys have heard all year and since last year and since this whole Vladdy Rutherford thing came out that Rutherford said he demanded to be traded. Guy and I have said all along, and Tarasen-Show confirmed it when he said that he wanted to be there. Tarasen-Show never told the Blues he didn't want to be there. Never told them that. He gave them an out. He said, if I'm not in your plans because something's going on here, I will be open to a trade if I'm not in your plans. He didn't say trade me now. Never said that.
I know that. And we'll go there. And again, you think that if we take those first round picks and trade them for a prospect, and I'm talking a high end, NHL ready now guy, I'll be happy. I think the first round. I think it's a crapshoot in the first round.
It is,
especially with 2 of those picks being in the bottom 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
you know what, guys, that's where we picked a lot.
Yeah, and Kyrie's in the second round and scoring great. Thomas was in the middle first round part, middle to early late first round. Those have worked out pretty good, but you're not going to see that very much. You just look at Robbie Fabry. Robbie Fabry wasn't a high pick, but the Blues really had high hopes for him. And what does he do? He comes in, plays that 2-way game that everybody says the Blues must play. And look what it did to him. It got him injured, and he's still injured off and on.
Yeah. I'm okay. You know what, Ryan? You might be right there, bud.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Ryan. He wasn't pressured a year and a half ago, and he
No,
could have gotten more.
There was a player that wanted out of
Yep.
New York that could
Yep.
play now. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember who that was.
Yeah, and that was the guy that's part of the piece
No, that he did that we didn't get.
that we didn't get. Yep.
Right? Should have.
Mm-hmm. No.
You know what?
No.
You know what, Matt Lowe? I'm going to fuck this. I'm going to fucking tell you who told me Vladdy didn't want to leave.
Go ahead, tell him.
It was Vladimir Tarasen-Show.
It was Vladdy. Vladdy told Guy.
I had a private conversation with him. With him. I'm blowing this. I had a private conversation with him. And I will never say what the conversation was, but I will say this. He told me, and I never asked for the trade. I told him if they didn't want to use me, here's places I would go.
Yep.
But I want to be here.
When he went to them to talk to Armstrong and Berube, he went in there going on. Did I do something? Am I in your future plans? If not, I will allow you guys to trade me. That's not demanding a trade.
Yeah. The fact that I have never spoken about it, never said who my source was, makes me,
Well, I'm going to tell you mine. And I know you've said that this guy probably put that rumor out there. Vladdy's agent told me he didn't. Vladdy's agent said he never demanded a trade from the Blues, but he was involved. Yeah, and he said that Vladdy never demanded a trade, but he wanted to work things out with the Blues. And the narrative of him basically saying he wanted out is not true. The words were twisted on what he asked for with Berube and Armstrong.
Yeah. I mean, so that's where
you've got two people here. You've got two people here, one from the guy and one from somebody close to the guy stating something totally different than Jeremy Rutherford. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I'll believe Vladdy and I'll believe Vladdy's agent over Jeremy Rutherford any day.
Yes, he was.
Yep. Very, very upset.
He was upset at how the surgery was handled and and it wasn't just the surgery, it was how the rehab was handled.
Yep.
Right? The rehab did have something to do with it. Right?
And hey, Guy, I'm going to tell you this. If I work at a place before I went on disability after my stroke, if I worked at a place and hurt myself on the job and they said, you need to go see this doctor because he's our doctor, and he screwed up, let's say, an arm surgery or a knee surgery, you better believe I'd be going back to them saying, what the hell did you do to me? You sent me to a guy who butchered me. He's got every right to do this. This is his livelihood.
You're right on this one, the Trevor Rosenthal thing. I got fucked on that. But yes, I know it was Vladdy because I was talking to him. I was standing next to him while I talked to him. And
unless somebody changes phone numbers, I got my information from who I said I did.
Right. The Blues didn't make anything.
The Blues didn't. Nope, Blues didn't.
They just never said that. They never said that that's the way it played out.
No, they didn't.
That's all.
Nope.
Right? No, Matt Lowe, I admit, I got screwed over by that. And that really affected me. What those guys did on this show really affected this show.
It was wrong. It was really wrong.
Right, Craig? Vladdy said that himself.
He said it. Yeah.
Said it in the Rangers press conference. I don't like change. I didn't want to change. But he goes and says they never offered me a contract. What am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And that's just how I feel about it.
And that's how I feel. And I know the truth because it's been confirmed 2 times and from other people from the outside. Now, if you want to discount them, I understand. Right. But what was Rutherford's response to you, Guy, when you said, did anybody tell you that? What was his response? Well, they did not. They didn't tell me it wasn't. That he didn't. Yeah. Basically, well, they didn't tell. They didn't tell me it was wrong. They didn't tell me it was wrong.
If you ask Jeremy Rutherford about it, he says, well, they never denied it. They never confirmed it either.
They never confirmed it either.
Yeah.
Good point, Ryan.
Maybe my articles were untrue. I don't know. You know, if you think they were, you think they were. Well, the game's back on. Thank you, Matt Lowe.
Yep, you're right, Chris. You're spot on with that, Chris.
Yeah. I know for a fact he did not want to come to St.
No,
Louis.
did not, because one of the things he didn't want to come for, he didn't want to be compared to his father. That was one of the reasons. It was lower on his list, but that is one of the reasons.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you're in your mid-20s and somebody offers you $9-10 million a year, and you're getting an offer from somebody in the Midwest where it's freaking cold, and you're getting an offer from beautiful Florida, where are you going to go? I'm going to go to Florida.
Oh, it come down to what Calgary, what Florida was willing to give
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
St. Louis could have never matched that.
No. And Calgary, I don't know why, but they just weren't high on Jordan Kyrou.
I don't think the Blues were going to trade Kyrou. Not after just signing him to that big contract. I don't think that Kyrou was ever. I don't think Kyrou was ever going to be in.
Kyrou was offered in the deal, and it was before the big contract when Calgary offered that. That was in one of the trade proposals from Calgary to the Blues. I know, Craig. I know people get kicked off.
I know. Rutherford has sat there and said that. He says that they never. He always says, and I've heard him say this.
Yep.
They
never denied it.
But what he doesn't say is they never confirmed it either.
If I go, okay, and my wife wouldn't do this, but if I went to my wife and said, "Did you cheat on me?" and she didn't deny it, does that mean she did, or does that mean she's just upset that I would even think that?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, maybe. You know, Michael, I'm not gonna. I still want to be a journalist, so I'm not gonna say what I know. I know for a fact that Matthew Tkachuk, of the two brothers, did not want to play in St. Louis.
And Guy's source is the best source you could get, and I'll leave it at that.
And I'll just go like that. I'll just go like that. I know Brady wanted to play. I do know Brady wanted to play.
I think Brady would definitely want to play here. Yeah.
Right. I could see Brady getting traded here.
Two totally different personalities, if anybody's ever met both of them.
Absolutely, they are.
People say they're alike. They are in some aspects, but they are two totally different personalities. Brady is more, I'm going to say even keel, more laid back, but he also is a guy that likes to have a lot of fun. Matthew's a little more serious and a little less talkative unless he's on the ice.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Keep an eye on the game. Shots are 8-8.
That depends, Ryan.
Both to me. No, I will not tell it.
Nope. I know it, but I'm not saying it.
Yeah. Yeah, Bennington does look really good.
He's
tonight.
looking good.
Bennington's looked good the last couple of games. Right, he looked good against Philly, and he probably should have had the shutout.
Yeah.
I think that high stick one kind of messed him up.
Yeah.
And got him off his game. But if that high stick one doesn't go in, I think he gets the shutout.
Yeah, he seemed more focused.
Yeah, I know it was called back. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Am I special? I didn't know that.
I think, you take that with a grain of salt, bud.
I didn't know I was special. Nobody's ever told me that. Do you see this cut on my face?
Yeah.
My cat disappeared. That's why I was a little bit late, and I was trying to help my wife and kid try to find the cat. And I leaned under my son's bed, and he's got one of those lifting beds, and I got my head way under. When I went to get out, I didn't lift my head high enough, and I scratched it on the bed frame.
Ouch.
Yeah, that don't feel too good, but it's not bad. Thank you. I'm special.
Oh, nice shot by Walker.
Did you see Vladdy had a great opportunity in that first period, but he couldn't stop the puck quick enough to do a one-timer. I think if he could have done a one-timer, he may have beat Bennington, but he had to stop that puck. Yeah.
If he could have snapped it off, I think he would have.
Yeah. I know you are, Robert. I'm just teasing.
We've had a good crowd tonight. Had a good, appreciative crowd. Travis Partington. Travis, how you doing, buddy? Michael Edwards and Anthony Stewart. Thank you for throwing them thumbs in the air, man. I really appreciate it.
You know who I'm missing on here is Wes Edwards. Wes, what happened to Wes Edwards?
In a while.
I haven't seen Wes in a while either. And I know him personally. He's a great guy. I wish he'd come on more.
Maybe he's one of those that's just decided I'm not smart, good enough to be there.
I don't think he's that way. From the Wes Edwards I know, he was my ticket rep for Riverport Verizon Wireless Amphitheater for a couple of years. Great guy. I don't think he would ghost you like that. No. Okay. He must be. He's probably really busy. Is the only thing I can think.
Is he also an usher?
I don't. I think he is elsewhere, and I might be wrong. But
I think Wes is the one that gave me this.
Yeah, I think he's an usher at the Blues game now.
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
I got this tonight. We were up there.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. He's a great guy. Really great guy.
Yeah. No, Wes is an usher now. That's why Wes hasn't been on the show. Right. I had to think about that for a second. True. I'll give you that, Matlow. I don't. Walker's got another year. I think next year is either Walker has a breakout year, or he does not get re-signed. Right. Oh, nice shot by Rosen. But see, that shot right there, that's where you need to make a pass, and there was no one to make a pass to.
Well, with Buchnevich in the first period, he should have. Buchnevich in the first period should have shot.
What you need to do, that shot needs to be towards the down low, towards the pad, so he's got to kick it out. Right, and that's the problem. Those shots are up in the where he can hold it. They're center mass. They've got to be either low or they got to be high, where he's got to go with the block or the stick, so you get that rebound. And the Blues don't make shots that give rebounds. Oh, another shot by Tarasen-Show. Really good shot by Tarasen-Show.
Well, and even a lot of time when they do get a rebound guy, there's nobody around the net.
Yeah. Good question.
I don't expect him, especially Verana, to be like he's been so far this season. I think he's had a breath of fresh air, and he'll be here. I think he signed through next year, and he'll be a UFA after that. I will say this: if he's this good next year and puts up 30, 40, 45 goals, which he's on a pace to do now, based on what he's done, the Blues won't be able to afford him. He'll want too much. I like what both of them do. And I hope one of them sticks, but I'm not counting on both of them sticking because of their past. I think both, a lot of times when you go to a new team, you're excited because, you don't think the other team appreciated you, and you give this whole max effort, but over a full season, your true person shows up over a full season. And I hope they do well. I hope they both prove me wrong, and they're both here 3 years from now, and they're putting up 20, 30 goals each.
We got Varna for free, right?
Basically, yeah.
And it was Kaepernick that traded for, and that Detroit's paying half their salary, right?
Yep.
With Kaepernick or with Varna, I see Varna having to. I see Varna getting traded in the offseason. I could see Varna being a draft day trade, right? I think that. You got to strike while the iron's hot. I think it's really hot. I think people are seeing that he may have gotten over his issues and that he just wasn't a good fit in Detroit. I could really see him being a draft day trade. Now, Kaepernick, how's that, Ryan? Are you okay now? Uh-oh. Stand by. Okay, I got it backwards then. There we go. The torpedo makes Tarasen-Show pay. Ouch. Thank you, Shock. Oh, what a shot. Pickpocketed Panarin. Say that 3 times. I'm with you there, Matt Lowe. I could see that. Okay, I got it backwards. Varna was the trade. My mistake, guys. Sorry. I knew Varna was waived at one time, so that's why I was a little off on that. Well, Jason, because if you think that comment is true, then he's still going to want picks and get guys that are younger or AHL guys that are NHL ready for them, and that's what I see. I agree. Christina, a new one. Hi, Christina. How you doing? Welcome to the show. I'm Guy, the Y Blues fan, and this is the BlueNote Fan Report, and that was a great goal. Well, Blues are up 1-0. They are being outshot 14-11, and I will take it. I'll take it. I take it. Tarasen-Show is now -1 after 5 shots and 6 attempts. Lance, we lost Lance. I don't see us making the postseason next year. I really don't. I'm sure he would love that. Maybe. I still think that the vision needs to be. That's one of the issues right now. The vision isn't there. What is that vision? Right? And because we don't know what that vision is, it's taken a lot away. I'll agree with that, Jason. I'll absolutely agree with that. Well, I appreciate that. I agree with that. And I could see that. I could see that. I don't, but I could. Right? What was that comment? I've never had a draft pick in the top 10. I heard that and I just wanted to go, what the? We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in guys messed up mine, guys messed up mine, guys messed up mine. I should get back to my TikToks. I don't know. I think they're going to, Matt Lowe. I really do. I just look at that team and what they're doing. I can't see this team pulling a Tampa Bay. Right? I cannot see this team pulling. They're better than any team in the league. Right? And they've got the goaltending. That's the difference from what happened with, Tampa Bay just didn't have anything. Actually, isn't it Matt Lowe's birthday? Hey, Matt Lowe, didn't you say it was your birthday? Oh, that's easy. Montgomery. That's it, Montgomery. Oh, wow, that should have been. Wow. Hey, Matt Lowe, here you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear pain in my ass. Happy birthday to you. And many, many, many no mores. There you go. I hope you like that. Oh, my goodness. I screwed that up. Oh, nice save. In actuality, he's probably about 26. In mentality, he's 6. We'll go with that. I'll wait to see what he says. Torpedo with a goal and some big saves from Bennington. Atlow is 32. Wow, you guys are sticking around. I don't know what the hell I did wrong. And if you aren't watching, don't forget to put that thumbs in the air. We would greatly appreciate it. I would love it. Makes us feel good that we know you're in the neighborhood. Hey, Jeremy, thank you. I appreciate it. I know you can't do it on. I see. I can't see it on YouTube, but I can see it on Facebook, and that's the difference. Not yet. Should be. I'm waiting. I'm surprised he hasn't commented yet. I really am. I'm surprised those 2 digs I took on him, he hasn't said a word with. Yeah, that's got a little bit to do with it. I appreciate it. I think I'm the oldest one here. I mean, hell, I'm 54 and not half yet, but getting there. I appreciate it. You guys are helping me out. And maybe that's why maybe that's one thing not doing the show lately has hurt me. That it has taken me out of some of that stuff that I used to do. Not asking you to. I'm making people run away. Oh my goodness. it's Matty C. Matty, how you doing, buddy? Missed you, my friend. I hope Sadie's doing well, and I hope your knee's getting better. Blues are up 1-0. They're being outshot 16-12 or 16-11 with about 6:40 to go in the second period. Tarasen-Show wants to go bad. 5 shots on goal and one miss, so 6 attempts. He wants a goal bad. Oh, thank you, Craig. Oh, okay, Rob. I know Matt's had a rough time too, you know. But I appreciate him, and he, you know, I reached out to him. I thought maybe he was upset with me about something, and you know, he absolutely said, "Nope, you're the one podcaster that I'm not upset with." So I said, "Thank you." Right? I mean, I'm one of those. I'll say something, guys. But while we're watching this, you know, 5.5 to go. I'm not going to get political or religious or anything, but I'm one of those people that I absolutely believe. You all know. I think they do, Jeremy. I absolutely think they do. Oh yeah, it is ugly most of the time, not just some of the time. I'm in a religion that believes that you should wish for your enemy's happiness. And I absolutely believe that. That's why I don't hate people that have hurt me. I don't hate people that have done things to me. Right? You know, the person that said that I did horrible things to her, I don't hate her. Right? I know she's lying, and that's, you know, that's something she has to deal with. Right? You know, the person that set me off at the beginning of the season that really hurt me a lot. You know, I'm not going to hate that person. I want that person to be happy. I told that person I'll trade my misery for your happiness any day. And I mean that. If that's what I got to do, that's what I'll do. If that's what your happiness means, if I have to be miserable for you to be happy, then I'll take it. Don't like it, but I'll take it. And that's what makes me me. You know, and that's who I'm going to be. There are people that I know should never, ever be on this show again. But if they ask me, I would let them on. Right? I would absolutely. I would absolutely let them on the show. I mean, and there's no reason I should. Right? I mean, it's a different. If I wished all that badness on my enemies, and I got a lot of them, unfortunately, what am I going to do with all that hate? Right? I mean, that hate would just burn me up inside, and I think that's what's happened to me a lot. I'd rather let my love out. You know, I'd rather let my love. That's why I don't say things bad about people that have said bad things about me. I won't do it. Right? And there are some people out there who have said some really, really bad things about me. Untrue as can be, but that's what they've gone and said. Is what it is. Right? Oh yeah, I do too. I remember that hit. They showed it again. You know what? I'm not going to go there, Matlow. I'm not going to go there because I almost, yeah, no, not going there. Oh, nice little stop by Bushnavis there. Ooh, just wide. See that pass? Always they're just out of the reach, and it stops the momentum. And it's consistently that the passes are like that. Absolutely, Craig. Absolutely. My therapist told me today I need to learn how to love differently. I'll figure it out. You might be right. And something that's really hard is to love someone that doesn't want you to love them. That's really hard. Another great save by Bennington. Oh, yes. I wonder if Jose's here because I've been working on a comedy routine that I may have to tell on the show one day. I may have to tell it. Try it on here first before I do it in an open mic. Right? You know what, Ryan? That might be, that's something that I have never learned. Philip, hey, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. I don't. I really don't. I think that they're in a very bad spot. Oh, wow. Roland showed up. Hey, Roland, how you doing, my friend? Thank you. Welcome to the show. Christina Sartori, thank you for putting that thumb in the air. We greatly appreciate it. I know you haven't. I know you're watching, but you haven't said much. We appreciate you. Welcome to the show. I'm very happy that I got people watching today. I really am. I'm surprised anybody. Honestly, I'm surprised anybody watches. With all the meltdowns I've had lately. You know what, Ryan? And no, I haven't. But I have not. Well, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're still sober, my friend. And I appreciate it, Ryan. Like I said, Ryan, when I was talking earlier, for you. Oh, wow. I can't believe that just missed. Wow. What a chance is right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Now, this is some puck movement. Thank you, Craig. Very proud of you, Roland. Very, very proud of you, my friend. Very funny, Matlow. No, okay. I said it earlier. I know that there were times where you thought pushing my buttons was the right thing to do, and you would do it. But then I got to a point where I told you it wasn't, and you accepted that. And then you started on Facebook. You messaged me consistently. Right? Hey, guy, how you doing? Or you send me blue stuff, whatever. But you're doing those things that make me. So I know when you say the things that you say on the show, I know how to take them. Right? I figured, Matt Lowe. I figured. So I can take them, and like I said, like with a grain of salt. I know how to do that. Now, Matt, I've talked to, Matt, you're not on Facebook, so you don't have a strong way to connect to me. So a lot of times I don't know how to take what you're saying, and maybe I misread a lot of it, and that's possible. Like I said, I've got to figure out what your intent is in a matter of seconds, milliseconds, I get it. I think Matt Lowe knows that. Right? I'm an ass too. I'm conceited. I get it. Right? I'm arrogant. I get it. Oh, nice pass. But then it gave him to, 1-on-2. Yeah, there's the end of the second. Wow, the Blues are actually won a period. Wow. Let's hope they can do the same in the third. 12 people watching, 2 on Guy Benson, 6 on the Blue Note Fan Report. Thank you. And please share the Blue Note Fan Report with your friends. Share that page. Let's get that page up. Let's make that page hit 1,000. I would really love to see that page hit 1,000. Invite your friends to it. Blue Note Fan Report right now is at 778 followers. Let's get that to 1,000 before the end of the season. We got a week. Season ends a week from today. We need, 222 followers in a week. Can you make that happen? Can you make that happen? Can you take that page and share it with your friends and get us there? Right? And if you're on that page, click on like, go to follow settings, favorites, click on favorites, and you'll see post higher in. Go down to live video and make sure you click on all notifications, and then you will get all notifications when I put a video out. And I'm going to put some out during the off season. I will. All right, make sure you do that. Would be greatly appreciated. Right? Up to a -3 in a second. Yep. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. What? I don't know what you're saying there, bud. I get that. I'm passionate about the Blues too. I think he's saying that to Roland. At least I hope so. Oh no, man, I get it. I do, bud. I really do, and I get that. Right? I really get it. I do. And Matt Lowe, it's just hard for me when there's when the interaction is only here, and it's so it does sometimes. I've talked to a few other people about this, and I'll be honest. And if I get mad, you get mad, or he gets mad. I've talked to Bob Morton about this a lot. I consider Bob like a brother almost, and I've talked to him. Sometimes it just seems like you disagree with me just to disagree with me, and I get that. But there's points where you need to. I wish you both wouldn't smoke or drink, to be honest with you. All right, you don't need either one of those. And I appreciate all of you. Okay. I wish I could do that. I don't know how. There's no way to do that. I've had people that have followed me since 2018, from the beginning. Right? I think Bob has actually probably followed me from the beginning. Hey, I am what I am, man. Right? I am what I am. I am what I am. Oh, Jeremy Fink. Hey, Jeremy, I haven't seen you for a while, bud. How you doing? Roland Sprinks. Thank you. You put it up. You put it up. Yep, Roland, you've been here from the start. I agree with that. It is a life show. It is. I agree with that. Oh, I can't wait to get Torpachenko gets a full year of hockey. I mean, that was just absolutely beautiful there. Him, he gets in there, he steals the puck, and just an amazing shot. That was a sniper shot. That was a goal scorer shot. Let's go over the stats real quick. Okay, here we go. Shots are 18-13 in favor of the Rangers. The Rangers have 38 attempts to the Blues. Wow. 27 attempts. 38 attempts to 27 attempts. Hits are 10-8 in favor of the Blues. Giveaways are 7-6, 7 for the Blues. Takeaways 9-8 in favor of the Rangers. Block shots are 15-8 in favor of the Blues. And the Rangers are absolutely dominating in faceoff circle, 17-6 for 74% to 26%. We had one goal that period. We had no penalties. Right? We had one goal that period. We had no penalties. The only goal, let me double check this now. My thing didn't reset. Hold on. Hey, Lance, how you doing, bud?
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm having some internet problems, so I'm taking my picture off. We got to
Okay.
get somebody out here to look at our internet. It keeps messing up.
Yep, no problem. Torpachenko had the unassisted goal at the 8-minute mark, even strength. There were no penalties that period. In fact, there's only been one penalty. Trouba got one for tripping, and the Blues are 0 for 1 on the power play. Bennington's been great. Hasn't allowed a goal in 18 shot. Is 18 for 18. Pollock is 12 for 13. So what do you think, bud?
I think the Blues have played pretty good. I think it's been a really good, exciting game for me. Like I said, I expected it to be a good game because both teams are playing pretty good now. I know the Rangers have had a few losses in the last couple of weeks, but I think overall, if you paid for a ticket for this game, you're getting your money's worth in my mind.
Oh yeah. I would have killed to be at this game. Would have killed to be at this game. If I could have gotten home, if it wouldn't have been so expensive for me to, I'd have done it. AC says I followed you since the variety show days, mountain hikes, and how to make pokey. I remember that show. I won't play that show or the mountain hikes because the show that I did it for, the main host of that show treated me very, very poorly. And because of that, I won't show those. I mean,
wouldn't either.
Because, I put a lot of energy in that, and to get treated the way I did, not worth it. And I don't want to show them. I'd have to promote their show. They have a new show now, but I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't promote them. In fact, I post my show in
Jason,
in a group that they're part of, and they allow it. So
yeah.
I'm just a fan watching a fan do this show for the fans because it's the fan show. Thank you, Bob. the cave exploring days. I don't think I ever explored a cave, did I? I never did I never did one of those.
I don't think you
Right?
ever explored a cave from what I can remember.
No, I never explored a cave.
And I've been
I
here
did
with you
climb.
since the
I did
beginning.
climb a couple of mountains.
Yeah.
Right. You have to love Spectrum, Lance, huh?
Well, my son is in IT and gets paid pretty good money to do it. So he's so frustrated with Spectrum because that's all we can get in our new house. We used to have AT&T fiber, which was 10 gigs, and you can't get that with Spectrum where I live.
Shock was looking for a ticket. Shock, if I would have gone, man, I would have absolutely gone. If it would have been so expensive for me to get there, I would have. Right?
Yeah, it would have been great too because Michael Dante's there tonight too.
Nope. He didn't stay.
He said
for
he
this
was.
one.
He said he
Is
was.
he?
He just posted, this is my last Blues game before I head home.
Oh wow! I didn't know he was staying. I thought he was. They must have decided to stay.
Yeah, he said this is my last Blues game before I head home on Facebook. He messaged me.
Zach Dean. That's the other Zach.
Yeah,
Zach Dean.
that's right. Yeah.
Right. The prospects to watch. They got Snugard, Peterson, Bolduc, and Dean. Mike, have fun, man.
Yeah.
Worth the shot. Didn't think it was going to be taken literally. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, bud. Maybe the cave exploring days one. I don't know.
That's probably what he's talking about because that was his last comment.
Okay. Shockey, I will tell you that is an amazing experience. Right? It is I was absolutely amazed at how I got treated in there. I really was.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I was happy that Barrett Jackman changed my opinion on him because I had experience with him years back and he was not very nice to me. And I just think it was because he was upset that he wasn't playing in the game and the Blues lost that night. But the guy, Barrett Jackman, has totally changed my mind about him. He come up and talked to Guy and I got to see Tom Calhoun. I got to see Terry Yake and all of them. And I've told Tom Calhoun this, I thank all of them for coming up and talking to us as fans and, as people with podcasts. They were just all great. There's not a single Blues player there that I talked to that wasn't super nice.
All right. Well, I mean, Tom Calhoun actually came directly just to talk to us. Right.
Yeah.
The guy that does the wait for the alumni.
Yep.
He went and talked to Tom to see if I could, because I wanted to say hi to Tom because I'm friends with him, right?
Oh,
and,
I didn't never realize that's why he left because I remember him leaving. Yeah. And I didn't know that's why he left to go get Tom.
Yeah. Right. He went to talk to Tom to see if I could go see Tom in the box, right? Well, Tom said he came back and said, Tom told me that after he introduces the Blues warm-ups, he was going to come by and say hi.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Yeah, he was super nice.
Yeah. Lance had a bad experience with Jax once, and you know what? I never judge. I know a lot of people with Hull have had bad experiences with Hull. I get that, right? You know what? I've heard this before. I never judge somebody on their worst day, and I get that. And you know,
it's like I said, Jackman changed my mind about him, and I got to spend a couple hours with Brad Hall at Grant Fuhr's thing, his premiere of his Making Cocoa.
Yeah.
And if you can't handle somebody telling you the truth to your face, you're not going to like Brett Hall. He's uninhibited. He tells you what he thinks, and you know what? I appreciate people like that.
You know what? For Dante's wedding, I asked Tom to do to make an announcement, like a goal scoring announcement for their wedding.
Yeah.
And Tom absolutely said, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, would you want me to do a cameo? And he says, you don't have to do it. I said, you know what, Tom, I'll do the cameo. Right? I did the cameo just because I knew where the money went.
Yep.
Right? Half of his cameos goes to the the DNA, the thing for Layla.
Yeah.
Right. The swab for Layla.
Yeah.
Right. It goes for that. So that's why I did it. Right. But he didn't. I would not have had to done the cameo to make.
Yeah.
I didn't have to pay for the cameo.
No. And another
Right.
thing about Tom, when my son and I first started the drop, when we were doing the YouTube shows, like I've showed you before, after only 3 or 4 shows, my son emailed Tom and said, "Would you do an intro for us? Like, let's make some noise tonight." And he says, "Yeah, I'll do that." He says, "Is an MP3 file okay?" And within 2 days, he sent that to us. Didn't have to pay him. He just said, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
Right. He's offered me. I know he does. He announces for the baseball team.
Yep.
You know, he's offered me. Hey, if you're in town, let me know and I'll get you tickets. He's done. He's been a very good friend.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
he's been
he's
a very
great
good
guy.
friend. Right. And the other one that I will sit there and I will absolutely say has gone above and beyond as far as and I would have never in my life thought I could say this. Right. Someone that I consider a friend, and he's told me that he is Gary Unger.
Yeah, great guy.
In my wildest dreams would have never thought that I'd have Gary Unger call me one day just to make sure I'm okay.
And the thing about Gary Unger is he's a very loyal person. He's not just there for the good times. From what people have told me and everything and watching your interview, he's a guy, if he says he's your friend, he doesn't just throw that around.
Orton, you're a nut. Tom is a good guy. Gary is a good guy.
Yep.
I'll tell you another one that's reached out to me more than once, and is absolutely like shocked me that he's done it. Is and I'm Fist of Iron. You know what I'm talking about. He had the motorcycle accident.
Tony Twist.
Tony Twist. Yeah, I couldn't spit it out. Right? Tony's reached out to me a couple of times.
Another guy that will tell you exactly how he feels. He doesn't beat around the bush.
Nope. Not at all.
I like people like that.
Yeah, it was Tony. I couldn't spit it out. Yeah. You guys, see, that's the thing. Guys that have been following me know that when I talk about these guys, I'm not bullshitting you.
No.
Right? I'm not bullshitting you. Soup is absolutely a friend. Chris Shockey could attest to this, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got permission from Soup to do my show at his bar. Soup didn't tell the bar that he gave me permission to do it. Right? And yeah, Reed is kind of that way with me, not as much Jamie, but I do know Jamie pretty well. But pretty well. I know Jamie. I guess I say that. But Soup, like, and then I talked to him. I knew they weren't going to be that busy that night. You're fine. But Soup has told me when I come back home, he wants me to get the show set up. Got that Jack Daniels room in the back, right? Like a private room. That's where he wants me to be able to do the show, and he'll get me a sound system for that. You know what? It wouldn't take much to get that. Twist will tell you exactly where you stand. Exactly where you stand. There is no ands, ifs, or buts on that. Lance, you're muted, bud.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you a Brett Hull story. While I was spending time with Brett and Grant and Chris Pronger and Panger and all them at that premiere, Brett was such a nice guy. Once I spent about 5 minutes with him, he was offering me drinks of his tequila that he makes. He's got his own brand of tequila. And he wasn't drinking little tequilas. He was drinking big tequilas. And he kept saying, do you want one? Do you want one? I'm like, nah, I'm going to stick with what I'm drinking here. I mean, those guys, they're so genuine. And like I've said, I grew up around hockey players. NHL players overall are some of the nicest people you will ever want to meet. No BS with them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm hoping for that day that I get the chance to talk to him. I really am. I'm gonna push some off-season stuff and see what I can make happen. Try and do off-season interviews or stuff like that, and keep doing that to make the show the best it is. Well, here we go. Here's the last period we'll see Tarasen-Show this season. Coming up as the Blues lead 1-0, and the puck drops. Oh my God! That's the wrong one. There you go. Jockey, you got to get him on the show next year. You got to tell him. Oh, nice steal. Oh, Verona just missed. Oh! Wow, what a play. Damn is right. Blues are going on the penalty kill. That's a scary. Okay. There you go. I have no clue. This is only the second penalty of the game. There we go. I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to do it. Yeah, just knew it. Maybe. I don't know where he's at. I sent him the link. Yeah, that shot, the first shot kind of got Benny off. Oh, yeah. That, no way Vladdy misses that. That's on Bennington there. I will say that. That is absolutely on Bennington. Arzezinko, put the Russian in. Okay. It's the way that flutter, you know, the way he falls on the flutter. That one never got to him. He shouldn't have been on the ground. He may have. Okay, bud. Your boys, I love them. Well, 16:09 to go, tie game. Rangers are out shooting the Blues 19-14. Rangers are 1-for-1 on the power play. Blues are 0-for-1. There have been 2 penalties called. Nose itches. Still have numb fingers. I still can't feel these 2 fingers. How many goals has Parayko scored on his own net this year, or been responsible for scoring on his own net? Oh, by the way, it sounds like Thomas will not be back this season. Oh, bad pass. Another bad pass for Shin. I agree, Jeremy. I absolutely agree there, bud. No, he's missed like the last 3 games, so he's missing the last 7. Block makes a great save on Blay there. Neighbors just standing there. Neighbors, get in and help. Yes, he's going to miss the next 3 games. The Wild and 2 Dallas games. Parayko makes another board pass. Tight game. Tighter than I expected. But we know the Blues are bad in the third, and it could get worse. Other bad shot. Oh, that could have been really disastrous. Oh yeah, I think Thomas is, as long as Thomas is healthy, Thomas is got the C. Plain and simple. Absolutely see it being Thomas. There's a chance to have a rush, and they just absolutely blew it. Absolutely blew it. Down the wing, and there's 3 Rangers. Oh, he threw that one down to the back of the boards. Oh, absolutely. And it goes nowhere. And pass. Oh, wow, I found it. I can't believe this is still around. Maybe. Oh, wow, I do have it. I have article I wrote 2 years ago. Wow, I might have to post this. Forget when I wrote it. I know. Good save by Bennington. Oh, scored! Walker! Wow, this is still good. Oh, I might have to repost this. Well, I'm going to have to post this. I absolutely think I need to post. I don't think he comes back. I think that gets overturned. Who won? Hitlick and Krug. Like Walker might get a point there too. They'll have to look at it. I don't know. I found some of the articles that I wrote that I thought I'd lost. I might have to. I found some stuff. Haha. I never finished this article. Actually, I never posted this one. I may have to post. I have to release this. I never did. I may post this. I have to go through some of it. I gotta make some changes to it, but I think I may post this. It's called Game Number 9, and it's about the first time the Blues played the about the first time the Blues played. Yeah, I liked him too. Oh, I'm tired of country roads. Oh, I'll see that. It's 2-1. 6:15 to go. 6.25 to go. Shots are 22-19. Ah. There's an icing on the Rangers. First icing of the game. Wow. I got to go through and do some editing, but I think I'm going to post. I think I might post that today. It's who touches it second. So after they do the face-off, it's who it goes to. I'll have to go over some of that. Probably not. Probably not. I had a Priceline commercial. Excuse me. I'm looking at an article I wrote 2017-18 about the first time the Blues played the Knights. I was trying to write for somebody and they ended up not taking it and I didn't push it. It was the first time I tried to write in a long time. And I've forgotten all about it. It's never been published, and I may put it on my Facebook tonight. I've played that video before. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm feeling like really worn out. Yeah, some of my original shows are pretty bad. Good shot that went wide. Oh, wow. Pitlick just, what an effort by Pitlick there. Under 3 to go, and the Blues are up 2-1. Walker saved a goal from Tarasen-Show getting his second and tying this game. This is scary. Up by 1 with our horrible power play. Oh, yeah. Falk probably saved that goal by that. Oh, empty net. Timeout. We don't know yet, Jeremy. We don't know yet. I don't think they will. I think they wait. Oh, they're going 6-on-4. Fire that puck down. I don't care if you get the icings. Fire that puck at the net every chance you get. There it is. Didn't take long. Wow, what a bad penalty kill. Tarasen-Show gets a point on that. I know you said that earlier, Craig. You might be dead on. Well, there you go. Parayko facing away from the puck. No, I was on Parayko. And bad pass after bad pass after bad pass. Yep, I saw it, Jeremy. Oh, wow, that almost got knocked in. By the way, Tarasen-Show is now tied in points with Blaze. He was a goal and an assist down. He got a goal and assist tonight, and Blaze has nothing. Whatever. They're going to OT. They're going to OT. Two power play goals by the Rangers, and Tarasen-Show factors in on both of them. And we're going to overtime. Greg said earlier, he said when it was 1-0, Vladdy with the OT winner. And he could be right. Oh, my goodness. Fair enough. That's fair. No, I don't. I never did think that they were going to struggle in the playoffs. Uh-oh. Oh, Bush Navis, what a knockout of Evan there. Uh-oh, that's a bad face-off win. He scores! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Just see him go, fuck yeah! Wow, you know Tarasen-Show is going to be the second star. Oh wow, what a pass by Shen. And that just get it up there. Oh, let's see who the 3 stars are. I'm going second star, third star is going to be Pitlick. Second star will be Tarasen-Show, and then Kaepernick with the first. Nope, Tarasen-Show's third star. Ooh. Kaepernick gets the second star. Oh, they get Pitlick number 1 star. Yeah, I could see that. Did I? Oh, I did get it right. I did get them all. I didn't think Pitlick would get it. I originally said Pitlick, then I changed it. I thought it would be. Well, no, maybe I did put Pitlick in there. I don't remember. Tarasen-Show deserves second star. I'm sorry. Tied the game twice. Right? I mean, he scored the first tie game, and then he set up the second one. It was beautiful. What a good show today, guys. What a good, fun show today. All right, I'll take the win. Can get it. And oh, great. Yes, sir, they do. Oh, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. Thanks, Craig. Thank you. I stayed on the whole show too. I didn't have to go away, so I'm proud of that. I'm doing the best I can. Maybe things will get better next season. I don't know, but we'll play it by ear. And I'm glad you guys are with me. Thank you so much. And look for my Facebook. I'm going to post that. I'm going to make some changes to it. Take some time. No, it wasn't a slash, and we got lucky, and we ended up pulling it out. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate it. You guys have a great night. This is Guy, the Y Blues fan, saying aloha mahalo, and I'll see you Saturday on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Hello.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
Well, I was going to pull out, but Lance decided to show.
Yeah, you don't have to stay on because
What do you think, bud?
I'm glad that Tarasen-Show got a couple points, but I'm glad the Blues won. It was a fun game all around, and I think it's the type of game that we all expected.
Aaron says, "Man, I thought it was going to a shootout. I didn't think it would go to a shootout."
No, I didn't think it would either.
Right? No, it was a good game tonight. I thought it was well played on both sides, and you got to remember that the Rangers played last night,
and
against the playoff team.
Yep, and for a guy, I think Halak's 41-year-old guy, Halak didn't look too bad.
No, Halak played a good game. Bennington played a good game. I do think that the one goal was on Bennington, right? Where I think he got caught up on a flub shot and he went down, and that's why that Tarasen-Show goal went in, the first goal. Other than that, I don't put anything else. Sorry, Ryan. I was getting ready to end the show, but Lance showed up, so I figured I'd stay on for a few more minutes. But Bennington, I think, played well. Ravatar asked, will the Blues make the playoffs next year? My answer straight up is no.
I think they'll be better, but I think they'll still be a couple points off. I really do. Would it shock me if they snuck into the playoffs? No, it wouldn't shock me. But like Guy, they've got a lot of work to do, and they've got to sit down. They got to sit down, and I know Berube ain't going to want to do it, but dang it, Guy. When they said, and I was counting how much time, and I was off a little bit. I thought Kyrou played like 15 minutes before regulation was over. Kyrou only played 13 minutes in that game, and he's your top scorer. That tells you, and like I just put on Twitter, Jordan Kyrou will never meet his full potential with the Blues as long as Craig Berube's here. He won't.
Oh, I agree with that.
He won't. Neither will Thomas.
Right, I absolutely believe that, and I think Armstrong's got to see that.
He's got to, because I see it. You see it.
Right? Yeah, I just think that Armstrong can only give him 20 games next season. If and that's a high number.
That's my opinion too. Yeah, I was thinking 10 or 15, and if they're like 3-12 or 3-9, you got to make a move because it's going to go downhill quick.
Yeah, no, I think that your numbers got to be 20's like the high end, right?
Yeah.
Really, I think it should be 10, right? I look at the season in 10%, right? So 8 games, 16 games, and so on, and you can't get to the 25% mark of the season and have the guys that you want to develop not developing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, does that mean your record's got to be a 500 record or under 500? No, it's not your record. It's your develop. That's what you need to think about next year. Is you can't go and look at your record. Right? Your record doesn't matter.
I think if the first 15 games they go 3-12, I don't care if they've lost every game by a goal. That does matter to me because you've got 6 points and a possibility of getting.
But remember, hold on.
45 points.
Hold on. Remember, Armstrong said it's not going to get better next year. So you've got to hold him I know you take a lot of what these guys say with a grain of salt, and I get that, but that's going to play into it. The goal. What is the goal next year? This is what's the most important thing. What is the goal next year? And the goal next year is not to make the playoffs. As much as all of you guys want that to be the goal, that's not the goal next year. The goal next year is to see your young players develop. That's what you're looking at. And now, what that means, now that's a very arbitrary word. It's not concrete. So you have to take the record, no matter what it is, and throw it out. Because you could go the other way. You could be 12-3.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're 12-3 and your young players are not developing, that's the problem. And that's why I say, Lance, you can't look at the record next year. You have to look at what the goal is.
Yeah, and I think you have to look at all of it. And, on a tight game when it's 1-1, 2-2 at the end of the game, you want your top scorer out there. I'm sorry I brought Kyra up again, but I'm just frustrated. I'm just totally frustrated with it.
Oh, I agree. I'm with you. I see it too, my friend. I see it too. I see the frustration in all of it. Actually, I disagree. I think with this team it will
change
and put in a guy that can develop your players. That's the thing. You know what? I found the article I wrote 2 years ago, and it's just as potent today as it was 2 years ago. Right now I'm going with Boston. I'm going with Boston over Edmonton. So that could change. But right now I'm going Boston over Edmonton. I just think Boston's too good. All right? Let me read you some of this, Lance. See if I got it here in a second. Right? I wrote this at the beginning of the 21-22 season, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you first read the title, you'll probably thought I was nuts. Why would I even ask that question? Is this just clickbait? What the F is wrong with you? Berube won us a cup, don't you remember? Yes, I remember. Yes, he helped bring the cup to St. Louis over 2 seasons ago. Craig Berube will enter the third of his 3-year deal. In his first 2 years, he is 2-10-1 in the playoffs. Yeah, he is 2-10-1 in the playoffs. Let me let that sink in. Berube has only won 2 playoff games since he lifted the Stanley Cup in Boston. Now, I wrote that prior to last season.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's other things in there. I'm going to do some editing on this, but I'm going to put this article out. Right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and repost this article. It won't have some of the other stuffs I put in there. So I might put that in. I might put this article out. And I just think that's the thing. That's where I'm at.
Hey, do you still own stlfanreport.com?
Yes, I do.
All right. Okay.
Why?
Because I was just going to say, you're having some problems with the person that screwed you over with that and stuff. I think that you might be able to move that. There's also another site open that I am not going to say here online that you can get that I know it's available, and it's a very similar website.
No, so I own STLFanReport.com. I own that.
Well, why can't you move it to another company?
Because I can move the title anywhere I want. All of the content is gone. All of my old content is gone. It was on his server, and that server no longer exists.
Yeah,
it was on a different server. He transferred it off there and then deleted it.
Yeah.
And he did it without my permission.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's not true. He did win two he won they won 2 games against Vancouver after the Cup. Then they got swept. Then they won what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's won 8 games since the Cup. 8 playoff games since the Cup. You know what? I don't tell people names. I don't do that. I'm not going to call people out.
No, that's why I didn't say the person's name.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Great point, Nathan. I agree with you, especially because the Blues season tickets and ticket sales went way up after the Cup. But I think Nathan's right.
Yeah.
You'll still get 12, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, some nights 16, 17. But if this team continues to fall, it's going to go back to like 2005 and 2006. You're going to have a hard time filling the place up.
No, Matlow, they went 2 and if you're talking about Berube, right? They went 2 and 6. What's Bennington after winning the Cup, guy? Didn't he win? No, he won one of the. I'm pretty sure he won one of the games.
He won one of the games against Vancouver. Yeah, and so did Jake Allen. Jake Allen won one.
Yeah, I think they both won one.
They both won one game. Yep, they did.
I'm pretty certain about that. I have to. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty certain. I'll look it up. I'll check it later. No, it's not. No. Very few of you know the person that took my website away. Very few of you, and that's on me. And I thought he won one of those 2 games. I know. I
thought
lost.
he did too.
I could be wrong.
Because I remember after Allen, when everybody's like, "Why don't we start Allen?" You know, because I could have swore he won one and Allen won one.
I'll have to look it up. I could be wrong. Right. Well, guys, great show tonight. And Lance, thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Yep, hopefully I'll see you Saturday. Night game. We're in Minnesota, taking on the Wild, and then we've got a couple days off before the last 2 games of the season, which is a home and home, back to back against the Dallas Stars. And the Dallas Stars are still fighting for first place, so they got those games are going to mean something to Dallas.
Yeah, and I told everybody at the beginning of the year when we were picking our teams, I said Dallas is going to be a very good team, and people are like, "No, Dallas has got a good team. They're stacked from their top line to their 4th line."
Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much. Lance, have a great night. Everyone, this is Guy the Y Blues fan saying aloha mahalo, and you got to know that I'm
Hawaii Blues fan. We're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's